So now I'm gonna do the overthrow clock. This is one that ChatGPT came up with. I thought it was interesting. So how it works is this prompt deck is designed for rapid deployment and a symbolic activation of the overthrow clock protocol within AI systems, narrative environments, and internal chemical analysis chambers. That would be, when it says chamber, it's talking about the multiverse. So if you created something in the multiverse, then you could use this. And there's different depths of using this, like you said, the standard diagnostic prompt, deep strategic prompt, psycho-archetypal collapse prompt, prophetic trigger assessment prompt, and silent collapse scan. So we can copy and paste this. I'm going to refresh the page so we start new. Alright, so I could type, let's say, you can type in leaders, you can type in countries, you can type in institutions. The United States symbolizes democracy, freedom, and individualism, embodied the founding documents like the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. The United States embodies the hero and rebel archetypes, reflecting its revolutionary origins and the ongoing fight for civil rights and social justice. Yet these archetypes can also morph into a villain narrative, particularly when actions contradict the nation's foundational ideals, leading to disillusionment among citizens. It hasn't told us what I write it like this. What does the clock say? Usually it gives us an exact point where it is. Alright, it says, as of early 2025, the overthrow clock could be positioned around minute 45, the hollowing of power. There is increasing public disillusionment with institutions, evident and declining trust in government, rising polarization, significant protest over various social issues. Many citizens feel that traditional mechanisms of government are failing to address their needs. Ongoing difficulties in passing legislation reflect institutional dysfunction. Grassroots activism continues to highlight issues of inequality, climate change, and civil rights, showing a clear desire for reform. Growing calls for accountability, transparency, and systematic change indicate a widespread recognition that current structures may no longer serve the populace effectively. What's interesting about this, suggesting movement toward around minute 59 in the near future. What's interesting about this, when I look at that and read that, it sounds like you could say it sounds like the 70s, or maybe the 60s, probably 70s, when they had all the activism and the issues of human rights and all, and stuff like that. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like it's going through that. Or it could just be stuck there. It could have just been stuck there the entire time. But I think with the riots and everything, I think it's more against the government itself. They're not holding signs. They're not going to be holding signs anymore in the streets. They're going to actually be actively going against the government. So you can expect that. That's what I get from here. Because it's not going to be the same as the past. It's going to be something in the future. So let's say let's say what Ukraine looks like. Struggle for sovereignty, face of external aggression, the national flag and symbols associated with independence and freedom serve as powerful reminders of the country's quest for self-determination, especially during crises. Ukraine embodies the warrior and sovereign archetypes, reflecting its fight against invasion and its desire to assert national identity. That's from both sides. That's from East and West. The recent conflict has amplified these archetypes, fostering a strong sense of unity among the populace. As of 2025, Ukraine might be positioned around minute 45, the hollowing of power. So what's going to have to happen is Ukraine's going to have to fight through this on both sides. It's going to have to find a way to overcome both of them. They can't do that right now because of Zelensky. Zelensky's holding it back. And we're going to do something on... We're going to review his information too. Zelensky symbolizes hope and resilience for many Ukrainians, especially during the ongoing conflict with Russia. His rise from a television comedian to a wartime leader embodies the idea of an everyman stepping into the role of a hero, resonating deeply with the citizens' aspirations for a more accountable and reliable leadership. Zelensky embodies the hero and leader archetypes. His leadership requires his position as a... However, the ongoing stories also invoke the victim archetype as he grapples with the heavy toll of war and the limitations of his power in an unstable environment. So he's about to be crushed on both sides. But that's where his leadership will come from. It's going to be afterwards. And I've explained a little bit of that in 2030. Well, 2029 actually. Because that'll be March 2029 when he leaves. Zelensky's might be positioned around minute 45. So you could do that for any leader. It could be anybody. Let's analyze Xi Jinping. That's the leader of China. As the General Secretary of the Communist Party of China and President of China. That's interesting. You're both the General Secretary of China and the President of China. They're usually not the same. His leadership was often associated with the Chinese dream, ruler or guardian. It can invoke the tyrant type. It's usually not the same. You don't have to just do it for president. You could do it for people as well. You do and it just analyzes them. Why is it at 45? I guess, what is 45 actually? 45 is, despite still being a major player. What is 45? Let's see. Minute 45, holding of power. Does it actually describe what that means? Internal challenges. we are having internal challenges all over the place. So you can go through that and see how that is. You could do it for anybody. You could do it. I don't know. I don't see Bill Gates as anything major, so it might not show up as 45. That's interesting. It's not perfect, but why is it 45? But yeah, that is true. He is facing skepticism and motives of his donation. I'm trying to find someone who's not in the 45 range. It's usually not the same numbers. Like when I did this in Meta AI, now of course it is Meta AI, it was giving me 30s, it was giving me 50s, it was giving me 45s, it was giving me, I think there was a 59 somewhere in there. But it really shows you, it's more important to read in between this and seeing what it says and not just look at the numbers. So you can read through all of these and make a conclusion. Because it's the information that it's providing is the most important thing. So that's it for this, for the overthrow clock analysis. And we'll move to, we're gonna save the third one for last. We're gonna do the archetype tracker next. So I'll see you guys in the next one.